Colleagues, urgent need for the federal government to deploy troops to immediately restore law and order in Gwe West Local Government Area of Benue State. The Senate knows that the peace-loving people of Garuwa community in the formation local government area of Benue State were invaded by bandits masquerading as herders on Monday, 10th March 2025, resulting in the killing of 4 persons. Also knows that yesterday, irate youths took to the streets in protest against the continued killing of the people and government's seeming inability to protect them. The Senate may further note that the youth, in anger and frustration, burned down the Gwe West Local Government Secretariat, the palace of the paramount ruler of the local government area, my private residence, and houses of other prominent sons in the local government area, accusing us of inability to safeguard the community. Aware that I have on several occasions moved motions and presented bills on this subject matter, including bill on open grazing prohibition and ranches establishment, which is awaiting public hearing. The Senate also is aware that the Benue State House of Assembly had enacted open grazing prohibition law, which still subsists. However, the inability of the present administration in Benue State to enforce the law has exposed members of the National Assembly from Benue State to undue pressure and name-calling by our constituents. This situation has emboldened the bandits and further worsened the security situation in Benue State and beyond. The Senate may conclude that the incident attacks by bandits on Garuwa community and Gwe West Local Government Area of Benue State will significantly impact on food production and agricultural activities, jeopardizing food security and livelihoods of the people in the affected local government area. The Senate will accordingly resolve to 1, observe a minute silence in honor of the deceased, 2, urge the security agencies to restore law and order in Gwe West Local Government Area of Benue State with immediate effect, and 3, urge NEMA and the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs to send relief materials to the affected communities. 4, urge the federal government to liaise with Benue State government to enforce the open grazing prohibition and ranches establishment law of the state. And 5, mandate the Committee on Agriculture to visit Gwe West Local Government Area and have a first-hand assessment of the situation in sympathy with the bereaved families and all those affected by the crisis, and also to expedite action on the bill on open grazing and prohibition that I have sponsored here for quick passage into law. I so present, Mr. Senate President, distinguished colleagues. Thank you very much.
Senator Abba Moro. Mr. President, I rise to second this motion on a very, very sad note that the continued silence and inaction on the part of the government of Benue State is snowballing into the citizens resorting to attacking elected representatives and residents of the various communities under siege. Mr. President, on several occasions, issues of insecurity, especially in Benue State, bordering on herdsmen-farmer clashes, have been raised on the floor of the Senate. Mr. President, it's very sad to note also that rather than pick up the challenge of preserving lives and property, the Benue State Governor on occasions have said that incidents that even amount to loss of lives are mere skirmishes. And in most cases, No statements of condemnation, no demonstration of empathy has been shown by the government of Benue State. Mr. President, as I speak now, those of us elected on the platform of this Senate are endangered species because our communities think, and unfortunately very wrongly, that it is our responsibility to provide security. And so, Mr. President, I think that these killings, this vandalization of property of people who the communities feel should be responsible for their security is one too many. And so I urge the Senate, in this particular instance, to take very strong view of this situation. Because we used to hear about farmers clashing with herdsmen. We used to hear about kidnappers. We used to hear about Boko Haram insurgency. But this one is about citizens who have been frustrated by these activities and are taking it on their fellow citizens. And so it's a very serious dimension to the current level of insecurity, especially in Benue State. And so, Mr. President, I want to say that we owe it a responsibility to condemn these activities and to ensure that we advise appropriately various governments, especially the Benue State government in this particular instance, to take appropriate steps to safeguard the lives and properties of the citizens. I so submit, Mr. President.
Distinguished colleagues, on the general security of the nation, and they sent a message to me that they will be ready in a week. So I will expect that we will take them letters next week. And so this will be one of the issues we'll bring up. And there is nobody, in my view, that will be opposed to this motion. So while we sympathize with Senator Zam, the local government, the paramount, the traditional institutions, and also the government and people of Benue State, I think we should go straight into the prayers, with a view that we note this down as one of the issues we'll discuss, whatever resolutions we come up with. The prayers. Observe a minute silence in honor of the deceased. Those in support of prayer one say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. 2. Urge the security agencies to restore law and order in Kwe West local government area of Benue State with immediate effect. Those in support of prayer 2 say aye. Amendment. Yes, Senator Udende.
To restore law and order in Kwe West local government and other areas of Benue State that are engulfed in security challenges.
Yes, Senator.
Distinguished colleagues, I rise to second the amendment proposed by Senator Udende. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, the motion has been amended, or the prayer 2 has been amended to say that we should urge the security agencies to restore law and order in Kwe West local government area of Benue State and other areas affected by insecurity, insurgency, and banditry with immediate effect. Those in support of the prayer as amended say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 3 also urged the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, and the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs to immediately send relief materials to the affected communities. Those in support of prayer 3 say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 4 further urge the federal government to liaise with Benue State government to enforce the open grazing prohibition and ranches establishment law. Those in support of prayer 4 say aye. Yes, Senator Idiot. It's amended to read, urge the Benue State government to enforce its open grazing prohibition and ranches establishment law. Those in support of the prayer as amended say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 5, mandate the Committee on Agriculture to visit Kwe West local government and have a first-hand assessment of the situation in sympathy with the bereaved families and all those affected by the crisis, and also to expedite action on the open grazing provision bill for its quick passage into law. Those in support of prayer 5, I say aye. I have a problem with prayer 5. It is not the Committee on Agriculture. It should be the Committee on National Security. Chairman, Committee on National Security. It is not the Committee on Agriculture, in my view, that should go and visit and assess a war-torn situation. It should be the Committee on National Security that should do that. Because even if Committee on Agriculture goes there, after assessing it, they cannot take action. But if the Committee on National Security does so, they will be in a position to do so. So please amend the prayer. Amend prayer 5. Yes, distinguished Senator Saliu.
Amendment of prayer 5 should.
Any other observation on that? Yes, distinguished Senator Benue.
Thank you, Mr.
Talking about is the enforcement of an existing state law, which was passed by the State House of Assembly, not an act of Parliament. In our own case, we have a proposed bill, when signed by the President, if the two chambers should pass, will now become an act of Parliament. But here we are talking about a law which was promulgated by the State House of Assembly. So it's only the Benue State government that can. So, but I thought you would rather say that we should add a combined team of national security and intelligence, the police, the army, and particularly possibly led by defense, to visit the area so that they can have a joint assessment of the area with a view to restoring security because of the request for permanent army location in the area. But if it is Committee on Agriculture, they are handling the open grazing bill, which has not yet been passed into an act of Parliament. What do you think, Senator Benue?
I do agree with you, Mr. President, and
by dismissing Senator Benue that we should mandate our Committee on National Security and Intelligence in combination with other committees of the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and Defense to visit the areas affected, undertake assessment of the situation, sympathize with the bereaved families and those affected, and also urge the Benue State government to expedite action on its open grazing prohibition law. Those in support of the amendment say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Prayer 5 is also amended. So let me thank Senator Omer. Additional prayer, yes. Please, the additional prayer has been moved and seconded. Those in support of the additional prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. So once again, let me thank distinguished Senator Zam and also sympathize with the good people of Benue State, particularly Kwe West local government area, over this attack, the killings and destruction of properties. And hope that with the resolutions of today, that succor will come to the people there, and the military base will be established in order to save lives and forestall future occurrences. So in line with prayer 1, we will now move to observe a minute silence for those who perish in this unnecessary crisis. So we may rise. Of those who lost their lives in the recent attack and wanton destruction of properties in Kwe West local government area of Benue State, rest in perfect peace.